Today is Thursday, December 9th, 2021. This video is about some fire protection equipment that I have listed on eBay under the account UsedComputers.org. That's UsedComputersDotOrg. I'm mostly concentrating on this NCA-2 control panel, but I also have listed 4 NOTIFIER by Honeywell model FCO851 carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. Also a Spectra Advance, a white strobe, and a Notifier by Honeywell model FCM1. Now today is December 9th. So if you're looking at this months from now, these items may have already been sold. I may leave the video up, not sure. Also on that eBay account, I have something, well, I call it a Firecom lot. And it has about 4 Firecom items in that lot. I'll see if I can pull up the page so you can get a good look at it. That's a Firecom lot. Well, the title of the listing is Firecom lot XP95A monitor, F900-805 sounder. And if you type in that much on eBay and it's still there, you should be able to find it. And also, if you look under the user account, UsedComputer.org, should be easy to find it. And it has 4 items in that lot. I don't want to read them off, but if you pause the video, you may be able to see it. Okay. So back to the NCA-2. This is not a review of the item. I just want to do a power on test so that people can see that mine is working. If they know it's, well, at least its power's on, they'd be willing to pay a little more for it. I may be listing this as is for parts of repair because I don't consider it fully tested by me. But I want to do a power on test so that people can see it and may be willing to pay more if they know it powers on. The item is in pretty good condition, has some minor scratches on the screen that you probably won't be able to see in the video, but there are minor scratches on the screen. I don't want to go over all the connectors. I think most people looking at this will probably know more about it than I do. Got a USB connector here, a USB connector there, and the different connectors throughout the item. I'll do a close-up of the back and the front. And when I received this item, it did not have any power connector. I assume the power connector is maybe a ribbon cable connected to the power supply that connects here. I see these two on the end. The two connectors on both ends, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, they appear to do the same thing. It's 24 volt UF and a ground. Also 24 volt UF and a ground. And when I connected power to them, they both did the same thing. So I'm only going to connect one. I assume the other is for redundancy. I didn't have a power connector. I'm using a laptop power connector, which is only 19 volts instead of the recommended 24 volts. I'm going to use this connector here because it fits over the pins to power it on. I can show you that in a second. Okay, I pulled off that Phoenix connector and it will fit over these two pins just so I can do a power on test. Now I was going to do it by just touching the wires or wrapping the wires around the pin, but it looked like there was too much of a chance of them the wires making contact with each other, so I decided to use this connector. I have connected the wires to that connector here, and I'm about to power it on. And I've powered this on many times already. And it does a self-test. And everything on the self-test passes except the NVRAM battery. And I assume the NVRAM battery is this battery here, which I didn't want to change. It looks like it's the same type of battery as a computer BIOS battery or computer clock battery, but it's looks a little bigger than that. So we're going to go through all the tests, the self-tests. Passes everything except the NVRAM. It'll say NVRAM low. And when I first started using this or testing it, I think it said NVRAM fail. But now it's saying NVRAM low. And it does this. Okay, now it does this program memory set to defaults. This stays for about 30 seconds. Now most of the videos I do on YouTube are for a specific item that I'm trying to sell. But if you click on the like and subscribe, it helps me get to the point where I can get monetized on YouTube. I usually don't ask people to click on the bell to be notified for the next video, because most of my videos are usually about different subjects, different items that people probably aren't interested in. Now there it says systems normal, and it's gonna give the error in a second. Well, not error, the trouble. NVRAM battery trouble. And it will beep like this until I press the acknowledge, right here where it says acknowledge. When I press that, it'll stop beeping. Okay, when I press the acknowledge, it will stop beeping. Where the system trouble LED is flashing, the power LED is on, and when I press the acknowledge, it will stop the beeping. And the it says block acknowledge. I don't want to bother with the clock because the clock battery, it says January 1, 2015, but the clock battery probably needs to be replaced, so I'm not even going to try setting the clock. So that's the screen you get from that. Then the options you can use, well, you have, I don't think these are anything, because, well, but you have the main menu, system reset, signal silence, program alter status. Now I was able to figure out that the program, when you press program alter status, it asks for a password. And I was able to figure out, I guess the default password on this must be all ones. So when I press all ones, then press accept. Accept. It enters the program alter status menu. And I'm not an expert on this. I'm just trying to show that mine works, so I don't want to do too much in this. But I'll press it anyway. You see the options that are available. I mean, I've played with this and did stuff with it, so like for instance, if I do the walk test, and then it's on basic, I don't know if it'll change a basic, see if it changes to advanced. But I've done this before, so it's going to always say no nodes selected or something like that. Accept. Okay, I'll select all nodes. Start test, but it's going to say no nodes selected or no nodes entered. Okay, abort to go back. Okay, this is the that's still the program alter menu. Back. And I guess that's everything I can show about this. Maybe the main menu. Okay, so history. I mean, the clock battery is probably a factory reset, so there's nothing in the history or anything like that. So basically, this is it for the video. I may come back in a second just to power on that FCM1. Thank you.